Welcome to the Inspiration Station hosted by Joshua Lenox, the place to fill up your tank if you're in need of encouragement and motivation.
Hey, everybody. Y'all already know it is Joshua Lenox, the Inspiration Station. And what do we do, y'all? We upsize in 2025 all day, every day. You better believe it. And as I always say, I hope you all are saying that daily. Affirm that to yourself. I'm upsizing in 2025. This is the year for that. I'm going higher. I'm going greater. I'm going bigger. I'm going further. I'm going upward. I'm going onward. All of those things. I almost feel like I was about to break out into a rap, but y'all ain't ready for that. I told y'all ain't ready for me. I got skills. I can rap all kinds of birthday gifts, all kinds of Christmas gifts, anything that you need, baby showers, anything like that, wedding gifts. I can rap all of those things. Anyway, I hope that everybody is having an amazing Friday. It is July the 11th. Y'all already know it's just time is moving so quickly, but I also think that this is signifying how also our lives are moving quickly into better places, into greater things in our lives, and we're getting there a little bit faster than usual. So I hope that everyone has had a blessed day. Your week has been amazing. Please let me know, even right now, just how your Friday has been, any plans you have for the weekend. I hope that you all are just living your life like it's golden, literally living your life to the fullest. And again, it might not be exactly where you want it to be right now, but just thinking about the things you can carve out for yourself to enjoy your life, to have fun, to have excitement, even though you're working hard and you have your challenges and things of that nature. Carve out that time to be very intentional about making that happen for yourself. Okay. So as you all are coming in, I want to send much love to everybody right now on YouTube Live. Y'all have been showing out. Let me say the subscribers, new subscribers, and let me say this really quick. Of any platform that you are following me on, if you're not already following me, liking, subscribing, all of those good things, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, any of those platforms, make sure you're following me if you're not already, or subscribed or things like that. You gotta tune in because there's so much other things that are coming up, and I want you all to stay connected. And I just want to say I appreciate all of you who have been diligently sharing. I mean, it's y'all the people on YouTube are just showing out because the videos are going every week up into the thousands, and I'm just thankful for that. And I just know that I hope everybody is being blessed by everything that they're hearing, and to God completely be all the glory for all the things that he's doing. So I really appreciate that. But again, all my folks over on YouTube Live, LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and all my beautiful listeners on Spotify, Audible, Amazon, and also Apple. I just want to say, sending much love to all of you. And I hope that you all are continuing to enjoy what we are doing here, because it's just like I said, what we are doing here. So gonna jump right in, y'all. We're gonna get started. What is the Inspiration Station? Y'all know I got to say this for all my new people who are coming in, because I'm going to always speak that it's going to be new people watching every week. It's new people watching all the time that are just continuing to join us and watching from all over. So whether this is morning time right now, evening time, whether this is on Friday or maybe it's Saturday, I don't know, wherever you are watching from all over the world, I just want to say thank you. And I hope that you continue to come back over and over again and bring some people with you, y'all. Bring your family with you, bring your friends with you, bring your job with you, bring your whole city and state and country with you for while we're at it. So, what is the Inspiration Station? The Inspiration Station is just a nickname that I was given in 2012, where someone told me that they felt as if I was like a radio station sending out frequencies that everyone needed to hear. So I just, I thought it was very catchy, nice, and appreciated what they said, but I tucked it away in my pocket, not knowing, here we go, we fast forward, we're in 2025, and now we're using this as a platform to be a show and also a podcast. So I'm just very grateful to be seeing this come to pass now. And it's not something that I intended to do. And to all of you out there, there are some things that are in you that are going to be birthed or going to come to the surface that you really can look and say, I never intended to do this. But actually, if you look at your life, there are pieces of your puzzle that actually show that things that you're doing or going to do were actually, you were exposed to that early. You just didn't think that this would be something that would develop into whatever it is for you. So I also want to say that the Inspiration Station is not just Joshua Lennox. It is all of us. It's not just me. It's not just my life. It's not just, but it's your life as well. you're an inspiration to not only other people in your family, people you work with, your friends, your community, but also you are an inspiration to yourself. I don't like when I hear people say, oh, I don't inspire nobody. I ain't nobody. It's like everybody is somebody, and you're great. You're an amazing person. You're a wonderful person. And there are so many nuggets of wisdom within you that you have learned and things that have kept you motivated and going, even when you didn't feel like going. And there are guaranteed moments where you can reflect back in your life right at this very moment. You don't even have to reach far. It could be last week to where you remind yourself, hey, I do inspire myself because I keep going and I'm still here today, no matter what things I've come across. And I am a success as a person, whether I feel like it or not. Feelings are truly not facts. So we only stick with facts around here. Okay. So you are a success. What do you expect on the Inspiration Station? This is a place where we're open, honest, and vulnerable, not just with each other, but also with ourselves. Sometimes the relationship that suffers the greatest is the one that we have with ourselves. So being open, honest, and vulnerable about your ups, your downs, your triumphs, your victories, your valleys, some of the hardest and toughest moments in your life, but also being able to share that with others, knowing that you can empower somebody else to keep going and also to live a life greater than where they are because you're doing so. Also, this is a place, if you all have not, if you haven't seen some of the interviews I've done already, I hope you will. I know last week was simply amazing with Melanie Daniels. She is such a jewel, such a rarity, such an amazing, even though she's a giant in what she does, she is so humble and she knows that her gifts come truly from the Lord. And all that she's been able to do, traveling around the world, being around the world, and she still knows where her gifts come from and the favor that's been on her life. And even as big as her name is, she still is just as humble as they come. So I hope you all, if you haven't seen that yet, I see a lot of you have seen that, but if you haven't seen that, you want to go back and check out that interview with Melanie Daniels. She is simply amazing, and I'm just so grateful for her and her life and all that she contributes, not only in the music industry all around the world, but also just to me. And hopefully that you all go see that if you haven't already, so that she can drop some nuggets on your life, in your life. So another thing is other people. I will be interviewing many people, people from near and far, people who you may not have ever met, never know, don't even know their name, but also people who you've seen on television, you listen to their music, you've seen them in movies, on television shows, or just you've seen them on the field, playing football, whatever it is. You be prepared because you just never know who's going to be on here. And people are booked and busy right now, y'all. But we have a great lineup that's coming up, so you just stay tuned. You got to be here. You got to be on watch, be on guard. You just never know who's going to come behind door number one. But no. And again, I love to say this too. My best friend brought it to my attention a while back of saying that I see everyone as a superstar, and I always have. And I actually always have. I don't care what your background is, where you come from. If you could be a person on the street. You could be a person who is a billionaire. You can be a person who's a celebrity. You can be a person who's a CEO. You can be a person who is a great influence. You could be somebody who works in a bakery or in the grocery store. You are a superstar to me because it does not matter. When we see the great works that all of us do, they should be honored, especially when you see people who are going to high heights and things of that nature. Their work and their work ethic and their time and their talent and treasure should definitely be honored. But guess what? We're all superstars, no matter how high or how low. Okay. So let's just make sure we remember that and lock that in. Okay. Joshua Lenox told you that you are a superstar, and I don't have no lies to tell. So, and I have receipts for that too, but I don't feel like going to where I can find them. I'd be going to the Word of God to tell you that. But let's just go ahead and jump into tonight, you guys. It's not going to be long before you. Just want to say tonight's title is It's Coming. You Just Can't Trace It. Ooh, yeah, the silence of the lambs right there, right? It's coming. You just can't trace it. What's coming in your life? What are you anticipating? What are you looking for? What are you looking to show up for your house? What are you looking to show up in your life? What have you been praying about? What have you been requesting? What have you been crying about? What have you been waiting for years for? That you just feel like it's just not showing up yet, and it's taking a little longer than I thought. What are those things that you're working towards that you're waiting to manifest, you're waiting to see it to come to fruition, and it just hasn't come yet? What kind of quote unquote deliveries are you waiting? What kind of packages are you waiting on to show up in your life? So that's kind of what I want to dive into. One of the things I want to talk about really quick is a story I have. I'm a person, anybody close to me knows I will send packages in a heartbeat to people. I don't care if it's a particular celebration or if it's just because that's just who I am. But I will send packages in a heartbeat. And there was one particular time I remember when I was living in North Carolina, and it was someone's birthday coming up, and so I was really trying to. I went as as far as I could in the day before I knew they were going to close to get everything I needed in that box. And I got there right on time, about 10 minutes till they were about to close. They act like they weren't going to see me, but y'all, I would have acted a complete fool. I mean, I would have acted very proper and accepted that I was late. But no, I got the thing, got everything squared away. I got my tracking and everything. I always want to get tracking because I want to make sure that everything is going where it's supposed to go and getting there in a timely manner. And so again, they give you an approximate time that it'll arrive. And so, I had it and I like to put it in my phone so I make sure I can kind of keep track on it. Well, y'all, the days were going by and I told the person, I said, hey, be on the lookout for something. I can't tell you what it is, but just be on the lookout for something soon. And they were like, okay, okay, okay. Can you give me a clue? I'm like, no, you're being nosy now, but be on the lookout. It's on the way. And mark what I just said to be on the lookout. It's on the way. So as days were passing by, y'all, I'm one of those people, and I know I'm not the only one. Some of y'all probably get Amazon stuff, and you be checking your tracking every 5 minutes. So I was checking it as like a day or two passed by. And I'm like, surely after a day, I should at least see that it's left where I dropped it off. And I'm like, it's still showing. This is UPS, so they're usually pretty timely, pretty, you can kind of count on what it's telling you once they get the different scans and stuff. So it's like 2 days has passed and nothing is there. So I keep refreshing it, and I'm like, surely I must be missing something. Okay, maybe I'm gonna close the tab down, and then I'm gonna put the tracking thing in again. I'm gonna refresh it and make sure, and it still was nothing. I think about 3 more days passed by, but by this time, y'all, I have called UPS. I have spoken to supervisors. I have gone above the supervisors. I have talked in the chat online, and still, I mean, I searched all over, couldn't find nobody. Okay, y'all, I couldn't find any answers. Nobody could tell me where my package was. I'm like, I have the tracking, but it's not showing anything. So how do I know it's going to get to where it's getting? How do I know it's not still at the store? How do I know somebody didn't drop this off the truck or something? So I'm a little anxious because I'm like, I spent a lot of money on this, and I put a lot of time into this gift and this big package to get to this person, and I've told them to be looking out for it and be ready for it. So I'm panicking a little bit, and I'm like, Lord, I feel like I'm about to go turn UPS upside. I'm gonna own UPS in a minute. So a few days passed by, y'all, probably about 4 to 5 days. I happened to go to work the next, I think that next morning, whatever that was, of that fourth or fifth day, and I happened to scroll down and I refreshed it, and it said delivered at front door, and I'm like, what? So y'all, I'm looking back. Y'all know how this, yeah, walk with me, walk with me. I'm looking back and I'm like, why is it there's no tracking in between? Usually, you can look at the steps and things. All it showed me was that it was delivered. It never even showed the drop-off time. It never showed when it left the place, the actual location that I was at. It never showed where it was moving to any other place, not even in transit. It just showed me that it was delivered at the front door. Stay with that, y'all. Stay with that. It's like, oh, I feel that feels good to me. I didn't see any tracking, y'all, but it was delivered. So I'm thinking like, okay, clearly they might be at work. They haven't gotten it yet. So I get a phone call. I later that day, no, just Josh, thank you so much. Da, 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 da. I got this, man. I appreciate you, man. Da, 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 and I'm like, happy birthday. But if I could only tell you the story about what it took that it got there, I don't even know. I never knew the timing. I never knew when it was going to exactly get to. And it seemed to be perfect because it actually got to them right on their birthday. I was trying to be a little early just in case. So even though I wanted it to get, I was hoping to get there at a certain time. It got there right on time, perfect timing. So keep thinking about that too. But what is my point, y'all? I'm telling you, there are some things in our lives that we have prayed to God, asking Him for, asking Him to do certain things in our lives. And we have these promises that He's made us, and He's shown it to you. He's spoken it to you. He's giving you the dreams. He's giving you the visions. He's showing you the people. He's showing you the places. He's showing you the things. He's even giving you the ideas. And you're like, there's no way I can trace this. Like, what is really going on? I don't see nothing. God, you're saying that. you're going to do this, but you haven't given me a timestamp on it. I have no way of tracking this other than going by what you said initially. But you haven't given me any details in between. You haven't given me any updates. You haven't given me any alerts or anything of that nature. And here I am just expecting and waiting for something that you said you're going to deliver to me or you're going to send to me. And I have no way of tracing it or tracking it. So when we get into these positions, I want you to think about the story I use. First of all, we want to make sure we're consulting God for our tracking. Consulting God for our tracking. I was calling everybody, and nobody could give me any advice, any idea of where my package was going and what time frame or anything. So, there's sometimes in life where God speaks directly to you about something, and you get impatient and you get a little antsy, and you just feel like you need to hear more. You keep talking to Him about it. God, please bless me with this. Please, God, I'm asking you for this, that, and the other. God, you said that you're going to do this and you're going to do that. But when, God, when? And when He doesn't tell you, now you looking for a prophet, you talking to your family, you talking to people who you trust or whatnot, and you try, well, what do you think it is? Well, when do you think it's so you're consulting everybody else about something that only God can give you the answer to. Only God can give you the time frame, and He may not give it to you. But can you still, as people say oftentimes, can you trust God even when you can't trace Him? Can you trust Him even when you don't know exactly when He's going to bring the certain blessings to your life, the certain miracles, that healing, that answer, whatever it is that you're waiting for Him to deliver to you? Can you continue to consult Him about the tracking or the timing of things versus going to anybody and everybody? Because just as I did, I went to every representative that I could talk to, and nobody could help me. Nobody could tell me anything. This is something that is very unusual. It never happens, Mr. Lennox. But if we hear something, and by this time we'll try to do something, I'm thinking like, no, 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 no. Y'all gonna do something now. Somebody better be scanning something. Why didn't I get some kind of alert? Just like with the Lord, we don't always get these alerts and things. We don't always know the steps of what's coming to our lives, what's coming to us. A second thing I want to say is you got to refresh while you're waiting on what God is going to deliver to your life. You got to refresh. I kept going back to my phone every day. And I was, well, not every day, y'all. It was almost every 3 hours, and just hitting the refresh because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss something. Okay, because oftentimes too, there might be little pieces of information that God is sending our way, certain signs, certain details, or certain instructions that we're missing because we have the same eyes or the same perspective as we did the day before. Like I need to refresh my outlook, refresh myself in what He promised me, what He told me. I need to refresh my spirit, refresh my heart, my mind, clear my mind out. Y'all know when you refresh, it updates the page, right? So maybe each day I have to spend a moment updating myself and make myself available for any updates if there are any. So making sure we refresh ourselves while we're in the wait, while we're in the wait of whatever those things are going to be. The next thing is we got to prepare for its arrival. What's funny and something I forgot to say is that once I told my friend that had a package on the way. They said, "Well, let me go ahead and make some room on this table so I know when they come in, I'm gonna put it right here." Now they didn't know the size of the box. They didn't know exactly what I was sending. I think it might be because they know my character. They know the type of person I am. When I love people and I want to do something, I ain't sending you no little anything. And again, let that be also a revelation when we look to God to bring us things and to send us things that we should always expect for it to be big, bigger than what we've ever asked. As His word says, He can do exceedingly and abundantly above all we could ever ask or think. So don't think small. So make room for it. Make room in your house, make room in your mind, make room in your heart, make room in your I don't know, your office, in your make room in your driveway, make room in your hands, make room in your drawers at home. I don't know, make room in your closet, make room and act like it's coming and act and make space enough for it to where you already are ready to receive something big. God doesn't give us anything small. Because even what we think is small, what we think could be small, always is big with Him. Next thing is be on the lookout. You should be watching. I'm talking about look. Be on the lookout like you looking for Jehovah's Witness. Excuse me. Okay, let me back up. And again, that is all no disrespect to anyone who's Jehovah's Witness. What my point in that is that when you looking out for Jehovah's Witnesses, they are so adamant about their work, and sometimes and y'all don't lie on here. Sometimes y'all be looking out the window, you be telling people turn it down because they knocking on their door and they're not leaving right away because they gonna make sure you they want to know if you're ready for Jehovah's return. So what I'm saying is be on the lookout. I that person who received that package, they every day they were kind of looking around and things of that nature, and I told them to look. So again, my thing is even in your life, are you looking? Are you preparing? If you're looking for a technical package and you don't know when it's going to come, shouldn't you go to the mailbox every day? Shouldn't you look out of your door every day and look at your look at see if it's there? Always expect as if it's coming, even if you don't know the exact time. So again, be on the lookout. Look out the window. Go outside. Go look on your porch. Go look at the mailbox. I mean, even though you don't know it's coming, you need to be preparing as if it is. So again, with God, are we paying attention to look out on where this stuff is coming from? Some even things, if there are prayers being answered or things that we're waiting on, you can be hearing that even through the man or woman of God in your church, your pastor, your leader. Listening to, I mean, looking for signs, looking for certain wonders, looking for certain prophetic words that somebody could be dropping on you, or a certain video that comes up to give you some kind of extra push of God. Because God can speak through any and everything, y'all, because the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. So everything belongs to Him. So you can be having certain things to look out for that's letting you know it's on the way, even though you can't see it yet. And again, this is just what we do as believers, as having faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. So I have to believe it's on the way, even though I don't see it. Let me act like I'm going to see it. So let me be on the lookout for it. One other point with all of this I want to say is you've got the receipt to prove it's been dropped off. You got the receipt to prove that it's been dropped off, which is God's word. But when you think I knew this, when I dropped that package off at UPS, I had the receipt, I had the tracking, I had everything. So I know it was dropped off. So it's got to go to where it's going. It's got to get to its destination. Just so happened though, I just didn't know that I wouldn't know the tracking. I wouldn't be able to trace it and be able to watch it and know step by step, which again is just a lot of times like what the Lord does with us. He would not let us know every single step, because then would you really trust Him? Would you really believe that it's on the way? If you knew every detail, you wouldn't. Just like I said, you got the receipt. What's the receipt for you? God's word. His word, his promises are yes and amen. That's a guarantee. So if he's told you something and he told you he's something he's going to bring forward in your life and he's going to give you, he's going to deliver to you, he's going to grant you that it's coming. You don't know when, but you can bet on it that his promises again are yes and amen. So you can take that check to the bank and cash it. Or you can send it through PayPal, or you can send it through Cash App, whatever it is, it's going to go through, was what I mean. So you can bank on that. Also, his word it would not return to him void, but it would accomplish what he sends it to do. We have to stand on what he says. If he told you that he's going to bless you with that car, trust him. If he told you he's going to bless you with that marriage, trust him. That job, that you being able to move, that house, your health, that healing you've been looking for, new friendships, that business, whatever, y'all, whatever you fill in the blank or whatever it is that you've been petitioning and asking him for, and he told you that he's going to do it, and you still are sitting around like, okay, but when, God? And he hasn't told you when he's going to make his delivery. But one thing for sure that you already know, if he said it, that means he's already dropped it off. Now it's up to you to do those things. I got to consult God for the tracking. I got to refresh every day. I got to prepare for its arrival, and I have to be on the lookout. Another thing I want to say is a quick story is I remember having a friend who years ago, I might have been probably about 15 years ago. I remember they were wanting a car really bad, and they said they've been praying, and God said they were going to give them a car. But another thing is, even when we're asking God for things, we have to do our part too. But one funny thing I thought was that he was like, "Man, I'm about to go to get me some air fresh, some car freshener, and I'm going to get me a toolkit for a car, and I'm going to get some mats." And I was thinking like, okay, praise God. All right, brother. I hear you. Yeah, work that faith. Yeah, he keep talking about stuff he going to get, and he ain't got no car. He don't have a car yet. And I remember going to visit one time to just go pick him up for rehearsal. And I remember he was staying with his mother at the time, and he was telling his mother to leave space in the driveway for a car. Now his mother was like thinking he was cuckoo, but at the same time, she understood what he was doing. He was working his faith. He was acting as if he already asked God for a vehicle. He didn't know how he was going to get it. He didn't really know immediately how he was going to have a down payment and things of that nature, but he was working his faith. He was buying things for the car. He was speaking it. He was saving up a little bit. But at the same time, I'll never forget going to think I had to, he told me to come pick him up for rehearsal. I picked up and it's a car in the driveway, and I'm like, that looks like maybe they have a visitor or something. It was his new car, y'all. All the stuff he had, he put it in there. He wanted me to come see what God did for him. He didn't have to put a down payment down. He had been saving a little bit, but he knew he needed more. He didn't have to have a down payment. And matter of fact, he got a new job right after that that allowed him to make so much money. He was able to pay that car off so soon, y'all. So again, God told him that he would get a car. He didn't tell him when, he didn't tell him how. He just knew that was going to happen. So his word was dropped off. That package to be delivered to him in that car was already dropped off. He couldn't trace and know exactly what time he was going to get that car, but he knew he was going to get it. He did his part and he got it. And I think even with that, he was preparing for its arrival big time. Not just preparing by buying things for it, but telling his mom to make space. And also, he was saving some money up. He didn't even need the money to put it down, but he was saving up. He was working his faith, and it came. And I was like, okay, first of all, I'm finna park my car, and you gonna take me to rehearsal, and we gonna ride in your car. How about that? Another example I want to use really quick before we get ready to go, y'all. The color purple. And if you've never seen the movie Color Purple, you can log off right now. We don't need to talk. You don't need to be under the sound of my voice any longer. But no, in the Color Purple, there was a scene where Celie found out at the end of the movie that her sister basically when it took the character Suge finding out when she went to go check the mail that she had that Celie had a letter from her sister Nettie, her long lost sister who had been gone for several years. She had a letter for her. Finds out while Mr. quote unquote, who was Celie's husband and just a horrible man, he actually had been storing her letters up for years, and they had to go find them. I don't want you to miss the principle of this because even though her mail was being hidden, I want you to think about how maybe sometimes there's where you think there's been a holdup of things, you think there's a blockage, you think there's an ultimate delay that's been for years and years and years. What if there are multiple things that God he's already dropped it off. He said it with his word. It just hasn't met your eyes yet. What if he's holding some of the things that he sent out there, the time he's sending it, when he's going to give it to you, it's going to be multi-layered blessings, multi-layered things. And you're like, I still haven't seen this. I've been asking God for this for years, and it's about six or seven other things. What if he's waiting for a certain point to just bombard you with multiple blessings at one time? I don't, like I said, I don't want you to miss the principle about her mail being held up. I want you to think about when she finally received everything from her sister at one time. Think about what that feels like, the many things you've been asking the Lord for, and He's like, here you go. And it's so much you can. I remember the line when she said, "It's so many of them. What us gonna do?" Because she was overwhelmed. She's like, "It's so much all at once. What am I gonna do with this?" I pray that that be the same thing that some of you see very soon. That you've been waiting. God has spoken it to you. He's promised it. It's coming to pass. You just haven't been able to track the timing. Because see, God is not in time anyway. He has to step into time for us because we're in time. He's not. He's in eternity. So our timing, we thinking something's taking so long, and for him, it's like, yeah, this is it's really not. It's really not. It just seems long for you because we're in time, and we never know his timing. The song says he may not come when you want him, but he's right on time. Just as much as what I spoke about with that gift I sent to that friend, and not even knowing when it was going to get to him, and it really wasn't on my timing at that point, but it got to them right on time on their actual birthday, opposed to me trying to get it there early, just to be safe. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have tonight. Again, it's coming. I want you to sit for a moment and just think to yourself, even after this, over the weekend, what in my life have I been anticipating? That I'm really hoping that would come to pass. I'm waiting for it to come. I've been waiting on this, whether it's been a week, whether it's been a month, whether it's been a year, whether it's been years. It may be even decades, y'all. or decade, I'll say. It's coming. You just can't trace it. But this is where our faith kicks in. This is where we have to trust God that He's not a man that He shall lie, nor the Son of Man that shall repent. If He said it, it's going to happen. No questions asked. It's going to happen. Period. Point blank. It's going to happen. And maybe sometimes that part about speaking again, we consult God for the tracking, consult Him for the tracking. We refresh ourselves. Maybe we have to refresh our faith and our trust sometimes. Maybe because it gets hard and you're like, oh, I'm trying not to doubt this. It's been a long time and I just know that it's supposed to come and God said it and it's going to come, but He hasn't given me a timeline. He hasn't given me a date. I don't have no timestamp, no alert, no updates, anything. But maybe actually there are some things around you that you're not paying attention to that's letting you know it's closer than it ever has been before, or it's about to happen. Maybe that rumbling you feel in your within your spirit, like something's about to happen. I don't know what it is. I feel like something good's about to happen. I just don't know what it is. Maybe that's your alert. The God is saying, "Hey," your spirit man is saying, "Hey, it's some stuff about to hit us, some stuff about to come, and some deliveries about to come." Also, to make sure you're preparing for the arrival, prepare for what you've been asking for. Prepare for it. You might feel like you Looney Tunes or crazy or delusional by doing certain things, but act like if you waiting to be married, okay, maybe you need to start leaving space. Or you want to be married or you want to be in a relationship, maybe you need to start leaving, again, married, you want to leave space on the side of, start sleeping on one side of the bed. Start preparing things. Start acting like you preparing dates and certain plans or whatnot. Just you writing stuff down on a calendar. If you want to go to school and you're waiting on that financial aid that you've been praying about or whatnot, and go ahead and start getting school supplies. Go ahead and start getting certain textbooks that you feel like you might need for that class. It might sound crazy, but it's not. It's faith. So you got to prepare for the things that you are petitioning. So prepare for its arrival. Act like it's on the way, and let's make room for it, whatever that is. Then be on the lookout. Watch, watching. Look, watch, fight, and pray. Keep watching, and seriously, don't stop praying about it just because you haven't seen it. Maybe your prayer might change to say, God, I'm still trusting in you. I'm still believing in you. Help me if I'm starting to, have a little unbelief or I'm getting a little weary after a while. Strengthen me, God. Maybe that your prayers just changed, but He's gonna do just what He said. And again, He's not a man that He should lie. He has no reason to lie. He's God. And He's never failed us, even when we feel like He could have, or maybe He let us down. It could have felt that way, but maybe it's always for our good, always for our good. So He's never going to let us down, even if we feel like we've been let down. It's always something better and greater He has for us. So I love all of you guys. I hope that you all have an amazing remainder of this Friday and this weekend. Please make sure that you spread as much love as possible. You can spread love without even saying anything. It might just be in your smile. It might just be in a text message. It might be in a DM. It might be in an email. It might be in a phone call. Whatever that might be. Let somebody know also that you're thinking about them. Let them know that you care about them. Also, again, spread love because we need it now more than ever. Y'all see what's going on in the world, but we see what's going on in the world, but we don't have to become what's going on in the world because we make a difference. So continue to let your light shine everywhere you go so that men will see your good works and they will glorify your Father in heaven. So I love each and every one of you. Again, consult God for the tracking. Do that refreshing when you need to. Prepare for its arrival on those packages that you're waiting on, and be on the lookout for them. So you've always been great. You're just getting better. You've always been great. You're just getting better. And I have a great feeling that a lot of you are starting to believe that and you're walking in it. So without further ado, see y'all next Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Inspiration Station. What we do, y'all? What, y'all? We upsize in 2025. Love y'all much, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Thanks for watching the Inspiration Station with Joshua Lenox. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.